You're not just aging, you don't have weakness, you don't have all these random health disorders. What you really have is cholesterol imbalance. To most people, cholesterol just means a high number on a blood test. No, cholesterol is different than that. We go to a doctor with fatigue, heavy legs, brain fog, chest pressure, but much of it is silent cholesterol buildup, including my specialty, heart disease. Heart disease is an inflammatory process driven by oxidized LDL. So the question is, how do we lower cholesterol safely without destroying quality of life? Here's what really happens. LDL particles are produced in the liver, and when there are too many, they oxidize and burrow into artery walls. White blood cells rush in, form plaque, and over time the arteries harden and narrow. Blood flow slows, muscles ache, memory slips, energy fades. That's the real process behind fatigue, chest tightness, and cardiovascular decline. If cholesterol buildup is the cause of all these health problems, then I know supporting healthy liver function is the solution. Because when the liver is balanced, LDL production slows, oxidation calms, and arteries can finally stay clear. I had a 72-year-old patient with peripheral artery disease who could barely climb a set of stairs. I thought, this formula might help a little, but probably not much. So I gave him a clinical-grade red yeast rice cleanse. 1 week later, he told me, I made it up the stairs without stopping for the first time in months. That's when I knew there's definitely something here. In all my years in natural medicine, I've never seen a response like this from any drug or device. That same patient now walks 2 miles daily, tends his garden, and plays with his grandkids. We attribute his turnaround to the red yeast rice cleanse. This is the biggest development I've seen in 3 decades of practice. When you reduce LDL at the source, arteries open, circulation improves, and energy returns. But not everyone can tolerate statins. The side effects are devastating. Muscle pain, crushing fatigue, brain fog, and sleep problems. So how do we support cholesterol naturally? The easiest way is with a formula you can take daily. That's why I recommend Resona's Red Yeast Rice Cleanse. It's the only one I trust because every ingredient plays a role in cholesterol balance and artery health. Here's how it works and why this formula is different. It starts with red yeast rice, standardized to 4% monocolin K. That's the cornerstone. It gently lowers LDL right at the liver enzyme level, almost like a natural statin, but without blocking all the cholesterol your brain, hormones, and muscles need to function. That's the key difference. Then we add a blend of citrus bergamot, olive leaf, and garlic. Together, they tackle triglycerides, protect arteries from oxidation, and keep blood flowing smoothly so your heart isn't fighting against sludge in the pipes. Finally, soursop and black pepper extract. One keeps your arteries flexible and your energy steady. The other makes sure the whole formula actually absorbs so you feel the difference. And it comes in liquid form because capsules waste up to 70% of the potency. Liquid absorbs instantly under the tongue, so you feel it working faster. But here's the catch. Most red yeast rice supplements skip the standardization or leave out the supporting stack. That makes them weaker or inconsistent. Resona includes the clinical dose plus the full stack, so it doesn't just lower LDL on paper, it protects your arteries in real life. And if you read the reviews, you'll see why people refuse to buy from anyone else. Patients talk about lower numbers, better energy, lighter legs, and sharper focus. It's a very, very good product, trusted by thousands. Most people pay full price, but right now, Resona is running a rare 50% off sale with a 30-day money-back guarantee. That means you have nothing to lose. The only problem is that they're a small company and demand has exploded. So I have to apologize. By the time you're hearing this, they might already be sold out. I've had patients wait months for new stock. So I suggest you check right now to see if it's still available. If you want a natural way to lower LDL, protect your arteries, and finally reclaim your energy, grab a few bottles before they're gone again.